Phyllis Wheatley was born in Africa on May 8, 1753 and died in Boston on December 5, 1784. When she was 7 or 8, she was sold as a slave to John and Savannah Wheatley of Boston. She was named after the ship that brought her to America, the Phyllis. Phyllis was very smart. The Wheatley family taught her to read and write and encouraged her to write poetry. Her first poem was published when she was only 12 in 1770. A poem made her famous. It was published on Boston, Newport, and Philadelphia.
When she was 18, Phyllis and Miss Wheatley tried to sell a collection containing 28 of her poems. Colonists did not want to buy poetry written by an African. Miss Wheatley wrote to England to ask Selina Hastings, Countess of Huntingdon, for help. The Countess was a wealthy supporter anti-slavery causes. She had poems on various subjects, religious and morals, published in England in 1773. The book made Phyllis famous in England and the 13 colonies. She wrote a poem for George Washington in 1775, and he praised her work. They met in 1776. Phyllis supported independence for the colonies during the Revolutionary War. After her master died, Phyllis was emancipated. She married John Peters, a free black man, in 1778. She and her husband lost 2 children as infants. John would be imprisoned for debt in 1784. Phyllis and her remaining child died in December of 1784 and were buried in an unmarked grave. Nevertheless, the legacy of Phyllis Wheatley lives on. She became the first African American and the first slave in the United States to publish a book. She proved that slaves or former slaves had a valuable voice in the Revolutionary era.